So my name's Benjamin Carter. I'm a vicar in the Diocese of Newcastle, but I also work with the Diocese of Newcastle and also nationally in the Church of England to encourage young vocations. So that's to encourage more people under the age of 30 to think about what God is calling them to do, but particularly towards ordained ministry in various ways and forms. I've been here today talking to the new vocations champions in the Church of Scotland, who are here to promote and to encourage vocations across the whole Church of Scotland. What we found in the Church of England is that work on vocations is wonderful and straightforward and is full of the work of God and the work of the Spirit. That if we ask the question where God is calling you, people have an answer and they want to respond to that question in all the different ways that God is calling them to do. The task of the vocations champions is to help the church hear those answers and to respond to them in all the different and varied ways in which those answers are brought forward.
What kind of success have you been having in England?
In England, in the Church of England, in 1996, about 20% of the people going forward for ordination were under the age of 30. By 2006, that had fallen to 15%. And there was a real worry that we were losing people from ordained ministry who were told that they needed to go off and get some life experience to grow up a bit. And what they did is they went off and got some life experience and grew up a bit, and they never came back to the church. So what we're doing is we're saying God calls all of us at all the different points in our lives, and to take that call seriously whenever we hear it. And so the call waiting project, which has been a big part of the Church of England's vocation strategy for the last 5 years, has been working to really encourage those stories to be heard and for the church to take seriously young people as they're called to ordination. And last year, over 22% of the people who were called to ordination were under the age of 30, and that's really very exciting for the Church of England and for the future of the church throughout the Great Britain.
What's your main piece of advice to the vocations champions here then?
It's to listen to people, to listen to stories, and to try and help tell those stories across the life of the church. There's a phrase I heard from a minister in the Church of Scotland, which is that churches get rumours, and sometimes you need to change that rumour. The rumour in the Church of England was that young people don't get ordained, and what we're working really hard to do is to change that rumour. And I think the job for the vocations champions for the whole of the Church of Scotland is to work out what those rumours are and to change those rumours, and to know that God has a purpose for each one of us, wherever it is that He's calling us.
Ben, thank you very much.
Great pleasure.